So I wanted to bring something to your guys' attention that I have been really pondering for a couple days now. And it's a little bit of neuroscience and a little bit of brain research and a little bit of spirituality because you all know me. Welcome to the Embrace Life Boldly. I am your intuitive coach, Tammy Ward, and I wanted to touch on this for just a second. So neuroscience teaches us about mirror neurons. And the brain research shows that as humans, we naturally mirror each other's emotions, right? You take an account of, say, when babies, right? Whenever they're first born, they're put into like the baby place and the little carrot, the little crib things, and they're all in the same room, and one baby's crying and another baby's crying, another baby cries, right? Well, they mirror each other's emotions. It's almost like they're sitting there going, well, if you're crying, I'm going to cry, right? Same thing goes as like as we're toddlers. Have you ever been there where you either have your own toddler, or if you've been a toddler, or if you've seen a toddler out there and then they fall down, they get hurt, and they kind of look at their parents like, how are they going to react? Because however they react is how I'm going to react, right? And it kind of is like this mirroring thing, you know? And that's what the neuroscience is talking about. That's what the brain researchers are just basically trying to tell us. It's like this is what the mirror neuron in our brain does, right? Or the times of like when you've been around people and they've said, oh, well, you know, that person there is mirroring back to you. Even I as an intuitive coach, even I trust that. That person is revealing something, right? Well, this revealed the key truth to neuroscientists that we are deeply empathic. And they deemed this first empathic human drive as belong. So our first human empathic drive is called belong. Now, this is where spirit comes in. My intuitive ping hit with a sudden knowing that this empathic drive to belong is actually the moment our soul gives us our first remembrance of who we are. That first conversation. Now let me just slow it down for you just real quick because I've had many conversations with different higher expressions of myself, right? Higher self, guides, aspects, right? Of multi-dimensional versions of this conversation. Of thinking about what if this neuron, this mirror neuron that neuroscientists and brain researchers have deemed as belong because of the way that we mirror our emotions is just our soul having that first conversation to ourselves to remember who we are. So, this core drive of belonging is a reminder from our soul that we are all interconnected, that we don't mirror each other's emotions just to mimic one another. We do it to remember that we are all interconnected. And being connected to all things automatically informs us that we belong, which got me thinking that anytime you, me, us feel like we don't belong somewhere, to remember that the emotions that we're going through is just the remembrance that we're interconnected to anything. And if we can connect to that, and I almost said if we can connect to that instead of the emotion, but it's almost like this thing, if we can remember that connection, and if we can connect to that, that's the very first chat our soul ever had with us, is letting us know just how much we belong, how much you belong. And that was such a powerful moment, right? To receive this intuition, this knowing, this ping, right? It's a beautiful thing that I love about pings. Is because for me, when I hear it, it's like this sudden ping that happens in my ear. Is when everything stops and I'm like, okay, what just happened? What am I supposed to pay attention to? And the synchronicity of it all is when I'm in a session with somebody and then we're talking about the same thing and about the motions and the mirroring and the ping happens again and it's like, okay, why are you giving this to me again? And then again I hear the same thing about mirror neurons and it's like, okay, I hear it again. What are you trying to say? And then I remember again this belong, this empathic drive, this first drive that neuroscientists and brain researchers say that we all have as empathic humans is to belong, is called belong. And that is the first conversation our soul has to us, and that sense of remembering who we actually are. Interconnected. We're interconnected. And it was just a beautiful thing. So, oh, there goes my dog. So, in that essence, as I call my dog down there, interconnected to that dog. So, in that essence, I just wanted to see what you thought about that, what you think about that, what you feel about that. What are your thoughts? Are you a neuroscientist? Are you watching this? Are you a brain researcher? Are you somebody who has heard this thought before or think about it? Or what do you think about it? I would love to hear. I would love to hear in your comments what your thoughts are, what you think about it. What is your sense of it? So, write down in the comments. Love to hear it. Please reach out. I want to hear more people like interested in this thought. Because I, in my own knowing, mm, I love that my soul connected with me in that way to let me know that, hey, I'm connected, I'm interconnected, and I belong. All right. Until next time, keep loving, keep growing, and keep embracing life boldly.